But the game ended in some kind of error, I think. Either way, I don't see what I can do here. I need some kind of magic to remove petrification, as far as I can see, but I can't use magic that removes petrification. I'm assuming it's a quest rather than just casting a simple spell. This is also suspicious. The bigger problem is what now? Because if I go forward, that's where the mines are supposed to be, but that's not where I want to go. I don't see, because the entire point was to try to get access to the Nibrium skill, not to go to the mines themselves. But that sort of leaves us with a problem. Either we go here, or we go back into the Winterland. Here we get warned that we might not have enough levels. I'm not sure if that's actually true. The Orc Beach we entered wasn't that bad. I think we could have been going there earlier, but at the same time, I don't know. So what I think I'll just basically head back to the Winterland. So more or less this is I suppose a waste of time in a way. It came of it. But at the same time I don't want to go another wild goose chase into who knows where when we have a clear path we can proceed over. Right, I think we ended up somewhere here.
Who's that white-haired woman? There's something off about her. Never look a gift golem in the mouth. They say there's no way in or out of Boreas. Careful of those great big crystals. Hiberheim.
Yeah, dangerous criminals kept in crystals, I know.
May your arrows fly far.
Have you met the Wishing Well? You'll have to look hard to find the way in to see him, but it's worth the visit.
So careful with messing with the crystals. Keep golem. Another earth elemental. No, this looks like cracked sentinel. Looks like a troll. Chain lightning scroll. Yes, please. I'm not sure all criminals are in our favor, so we probably should be careful who we actually release. Right, we could use the Tenebrium weapon to get these under control, or alternatively I guess just fight against them. Why do they have this changing color pattern? Medium resistance. Resistance, 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 resistance against everything. Yeah, this is why you probably have the Grim weapon. Because you can defeat it, yeah, 2,500 hit points. So either a big bad fight against the Guardian or use the goddamn device. I don't have a way to procure Wrath though, so I don't really want to use it. I'm somewhat interested in seeing how this will go anyway. We have a way to remove some of those. You can remove the haste. Damage is gonna be hard to do. But, so we basically have to try to disable it.
I need to speed things up.
He has over 90% resistances. So good luck trying to fix that. Drain his willpower, so he should be at least a little bit easier to affect somehow. Willpower -5. So status effects might actually stick.
All in one blow.
A 96% chance to resist physical effects like this. Mind effects might actually work, but yeah. We still have to keep trying, because unless we can get something to stick, he's never gonna go down. This warm should be a little bit easier to affect. We probably don't want to freeze his ass. Be counterproductive. Blind, maybe? Blinded, excellent. Had a 5% chance of working, worked. Took no damage though, so he has great resistance against this. We need to use fire and physical damage pretty much. Other is status effects only. We might be able to... No, I don't think that'll work. I was thinking we might be able to get him knocked down. I don't think that's possible. Yeah, he's way too good. This is not the way to fight him. We need to use the wand. Slowed. Chance to resist slowed, 8%. So willpower is basically non-existent now. Which is
Safely hovering!
knockdown is not gonna work. I just don't believe it. Bleed in, it's not gonna work. Yeah, less than 10 points of damage with each hit, and he has 2,500 points, so... yeah... 23 immune to bleeding. No spells or scrolls for you. No healing either, I suppose. Nope. I don't think this will go my way though. His physical attacks are probably more than enough to handle things. I have lower armor arrows, not sure how much that will help really. Right, this is a horrible thing to do. The arrows are pretty much the only thing I can see that can make a real difference. Other than that, it's pretty much fire wands. Maybe earth wands? This is a good wand. And try to curse him. No luck. What's wrong with you? Nothing particularly.
Who's laughing now?
Critical strike does pretty much nothing. Let's just try to ignite it somehow. Yeah, nothing works. And who the hell knows what kind of other abilities it's gonna have in store for me. It doesn't really do much though. Muted, blind, slowed. So I can try crippling him still. Probably not gonna work, but who the hell knows. Critical hit. Yeah. I wouldn't say he's impossible to take down like this, but yeah, you just should use the wand really. How resistant are you to poison? Immune, right? Fire is the real weakness. And it's not much of a weakness. Yay, 10 points.
Getting too cold to concentrate.
What type of bows do I even have at this point? It actually do is, yeah, lowered armor. Not sure what the practical effect of that is. How much long does it last? 3 turns. Fire arrow maybe? Wow. Just look at that damage. Hastened and warm. Okay. We can't knock it down, that's for certain. Yeah, I don't really see how this is gonna work. Have to use the wand. But at that point, we probably would have to do something else. Are these buttons? Didn't really consider the possibility of that, so maybe you need 3 of these to actually gain inside. So I might be screwing myself over. What exactly does the container want to do? I don't recall anymore. Use this Tenebrium wand to destroy any shambling oak around you. Caution, due to the presence of Tenebrium, touching the wand can be hazardous. Shambling oak removal, number of uses 3. It seems to be a water spell. A bit. Want that. Where's my shambling oak removal? Ah. Yeah, 28,000 points of damage. Well, holding it for that small duration didn't seem to do us any harm. Or did they? Looks like new armor, basically. Multiple new armors, ranged weapon, charming arrow. Pizza. Okay. Not sure I would personally eat food found in a location like this, but okay, what did we get? We have at least 3 new metal items. Good wand of electricity. Gives leadership points, hit points, allows you to summon air looking close. Very nice. Probably the best, toughest armor I've seen so far. No one uses bows, but this is a good bow. Well, a decent bow at very least. There was some kind of a epic armor too. Epic boots of earth resistance and bonus movement. These boots are made for marching. You're probably the only one who can use them. Yeah, and you have normal boots, so yeah, extra movement, earth resistance, increased armor rating. 36% physical damage reduction versus enemies of the same level. Sort of wasted my effort against the Guardian, but at the same time, I'm not sure how much of a waste of that is. It's a learning experience. You can take them down without the wand, but yeah, that's gonna be a tall order. You'd have to make basically a specialized system to try to take them down. Doable, but not trivial. I also noticed that if you use specialty arrows, you don't seem to have a chance to miss really. That's surprising to me. Because you could get away with... I suppose you don't do the normal bow damage, so damage dealing is not gonna work really, but you can still do the special effects. Water staff and a belt. Perception and leadership. This is very good for you. I could use the leadership. I wonder if leadership bonuses stack, or are you only going to use the highest value? I would imagine they don't stack. You never know with these games. Okay, this is massively better, in fact. Perception 10. Doesn't seem to affect our action points really. So yep, it does. Start action points are 10 with this guy. 7 turn action points. 14 maximum. We got something else. What was it? Belt. Who has the belt? +1 charisma, smelly panties. Right, versus 64 hit points and +2 initiative. What are the rest of you wearing? Lockpicking and hit points. Initiative and hit points. You will get a better one. Lockpicking is nice, but you don't constantly have to have a lockpicking built on here. Ooh. Wrong spell. Broad axe. Slowed status, earth damage, slashing damage. Impressive. Armor rating good, fire resistance, immunity to fear. There's usually a lot of immunity to fear items in the game. Not sure if it was a good talent to take. Could be useful for you. Whatever. Fire damage is better in this situation. Seems to be some kind of a trigger system. I'm guessing these are traps then.
I've spotted something.
Oh shit, and you stepped on it. That's instant death. I can't believe you fuckers immediately started stepping on that. You can bypass that, I mean just throw a teleporter cube over it. The bigger problem is how the hell would you open this? Need to be able to get rid of the blasted things somehow.
What's that green?
Don't know. Oh, this was the easy part. There's no throwing anything on top of this. We would basically have to shut down the traps. Why does it show a sentinel? What exactly are sentinels? Ah, that statue. It's a cracked sentinel though. It has durability.
I spy us.
I'm assuming it's detecting me and triggering the trap, so if I can get rid of it, the lava will also disappear. Well, I assumed wrong. There are other sentinels. Where? Okay, there's a switch here. Yeah, there's definitely a sentinel around here, but it's... not sure how you would interact with it. It's like it's hidden behind this. I don't know how I would get here. happens if I just shoot it on the ground? Don't think I can cool off lava. That's the difference between lava and fire. Well, we do have this as an option, and it's clearly much easier to approach at this point. So let's see if we can do something with it first. There would also be other guardians we have to take care of first. I mean, they've been broken here, clearly. 2 at least, that's the 3rd one. Also, I'm not sure what that's supposed to do.
Careful now, that's a trap.
Most certainly is. Electricity trapped. So I'm basically guessing this will squirt lava here. Seems like a safe assumption. It looks exactly like the one in Undergrowth. Sure if this is a good idea, but I'm not sure what else to do. Pretty sure this will trigger us at some point. But I do have an idea, potentially. It could be that it switched where the lava is. I don't see a way to get to the switches here until the lava is gotten rid of. There's a button there. I think we want to do this with the guy who has the telekinesis items. Might give us options we don't otherwise have. That's button 1.
I see a
Button
trap
2.
nearby.
What happens if you step on it? Well, I'm taking the assumption that we want to intentionally step on these things. And the rest of you do not walk to your deaths, so that's would have been great.
Look out, I see a trap nearby.
Yeah, I see it too. Could be that if we press these buttons, we can avoid some of the trouble. Possibly. Why only 2 buttons though? Am I missing one? Could it be something there, for example? Although it doesn't look like it's... Don't link up. Okay, it seems like it's safe for now, so I'll just save it. This could turn back at any moment. Level 99, so not without a key. Or something else, not necessarily a key. I mean, that would explain the buttons where switches were standing on. This rock formation is also a little bit odd. Can I do something about it? There are no rock. No, there are rock formations, aren't they? Well, they could be sentinels, I suppose. Well, if there's a way to deal with these rocks, I don't know what it is. I've seen people conjure earth elementals up, but doesn't seem like I can do anything about it. I need a way to open this. At the same time, maybe it's a combination of things. Although I doubt it, but who knows. It's worth a try. Ah. Well, it didn't work exactly how I intended it to work, but maybe they'll control these. That would open up another switch for me. It's a goddamn switch puzzle. I'm assuming we're going to have a lava here soon. Right. So. This doesn't really help us too much though, we still need something to open these. Massive amount of armor, resistance to everything, massive amount of hit points. Something happened. I can't move, otherwise I'm boned. Still don't get what this did. Royal Guard Talisman. Fire resistance, water resistance, earth resistance, air resistance, poison resistance. An honorary amulet given to his best and brightest by the former king. Okay. The lava flow can be directed to other places to its switches. So we can use it, but I don't know. Anyway, at least we got something out of it. What exactly do we need to do with the well?
Well, Wanderer, this well is still stuck here, willing to weep at any wee thing. Oh, will I ever see Wally again?
Okay, White Witch.
Why yes, the White Witch. Quite a lovely sort of moniker, isn't it? Wings on the palate like a whimsical wind. I do believe the wicked Winter King has her in his prison palace, encased in his arcane ice. Just where you would find her, I can't say, but I do know she's wholly weighty in some way. Yes, quite vital to his reign.
What is this place?
Hiberheim, of course.
Anything I can do to help?
Why the scroll, Wanderer? The scroll!
Where is the
With
scroll?
Boreas' scroll, it'll be hello Wally for old Willie.
Well, we have a amulet. Wonder should I wear it or just hold it in my inventory? It's like a quest item. It's probably enough that I hold it in the inventory. Okay, what now? Lava pits. Castle entrance. Don't really see other options when you just try to move towards Boreas. Boreas. Throw something.
I'm freezing here!
Yeah, freezing your balls off, I know. Just not sure where we should go first. Is
I
it
spotted something.
sensible to go to the king first? I don't want to release any more prisoners though, unless I know what I'm doing with prisoners. I feel like I might lose options to interact with the king if I release all the prisoners, so... Fireman's tough gambus and a water resistant. Isn't this good? It's fine, I guess. Shrug. Maybe visit the king first. I mean, I'm sure they'll basically hush me away or something if they don't like my presence there. He took the carrot. Probably. Scarface boy.
What if they're not coming back for us? What if the conduit doesn't
Hey, you hopping loon. You disfigured on hard and killed.
What if we're sacrificed too?
I could initiate combat, but I'm not sure if I really want to. Right in the carrot, right. Do whatever. Castle entrance. Where are you going? Please stop.
There are some mighty huge stone men around here. Wonder what's inside their tummies.
Ah, crap. Force fields. King Boreas. the castle entrance. Yes. So we're not... I'm assuming the amulet allows us to go inside here.
Intruder spy.
I can't do anything about these sentinels. They have the purple sheen. Water and poison. I don't want to be doing water damage against these. Ah, wrong button. Shit.
My true home is the space between breezes.
I don't want to push forward either. There are so many of these guardians that there's no one telling what will end up happening. They're not terrible, but I don't see them being specifically in any way too troublesome either. I think we can handle it. Do I want to cast fireballs there? I think the rabbit is there too. I don't know why I even give a shit about that though. It's not like he's going to have some kind of important information for me or anything. Decoy on this. Yeah, he's spotting more intruders. Though I'm not sure what you're planning to do about it. Yeah. If they focus on the summoned creature, they're basically a fail. Way to remove frozen. Probably, but I don't know what it is. We have ice attack, better not do it. Yeah, weakness to water and crushing. Weakness to fire and crushing. Looks like I can keep the undead swordsman alive. No. Yeah. $18,000 to the all-important 12th level. Frozen. Sure, I can do anything all that useful here. Maybe throw one of the elementals away. Give me a little bit of time.
things up.
We have about 50-50 chance of succeeding in our stun attempts.
Better chill.
Alright, so we need to defeat another set of guardians. If everything goes according to plan, I think the amulet is the key to pushing the throne base, which allows us to face the king. There's a lot of guardian statues again. Looks like it's an elemental system of some sort. Could be another puzzle.
I needed that.
And there's water everywhere, so it's
As
slippery.
good as a new penny.
I know we have the boots that prevents this, but I don't need to actually move in the fight once the fighting starts. I just need to get a little bit closer to the next set of statues that I can start the fight. You could really use a fire attack tool though. These are just terrible, terrible ones. I think I could custom make wands, so you could probably have a level appropriate wand, more or less, if you keep up with your crafting abilities too. Wonder if there's a way to walk in this game or something. We have a 0% chance to resist the knockdown. That's the best part. I can hear Immaculates arguing somewhere close by.
Intruder spied. Intruder spied.
There's a lot of water here, so electricity spells are probably very, very unwise to use.
An eye for an eye!
He's blind. I can't be knocked down.
Nimble as a fox.
I think I sort of want to let them come to me before I take any action. Fireball could possibly help a little bit. Only a little bit. Like 300 points of damage and burn. This steam will probably hinder some of their vision. Not sure what it actually means. I'm thinking it's more of a problem for the NPC AI than an actual hindrance. And we could remove a frozen. No. Can't use electricity attacks, they'll just biting me in the ass. A tornado, get rid of the floor here, water. Right. Both our warriors are frozen. He's blind. What about you? The elemental is dead. He seems to be stuck. Don't understand why he wouldn't attack otherwise. And that's pretty much going to be the end of this fight, because the blind guy doesn't seem to be doing anything.
I'd trade my gauntlets for a hot drink. Stabbing barrage!
It's so cold here.
9,000 for the all-important lot. Sort of would like to get that before going to meet the king, so maybe I can pull back a little bit and have some kind of a secondary fight. Because we can get around 5,000 from these, so any kind of a fight of this level and we get to level up. If I ignite one of them, would be... it's pointless. Single ice elemental is not great. Yeah, and he's blind again.
Lightning crackles from my fingertips.
$3,240 experience points for the all-important level up. It's master level abilities, that's the thing.
Oh, I needed that.
Maybe you should do the looting. She has the ability to ignore this.
I can walk through fire and ice.
Might get the necessary experience by simply going forward though.
That force field looks impassable.
Nothing stops us, Horse Hunter. We'll find a way yet.
The force field brims with 1,000 distant voices. They seem to be expecting some kind of incantation.
Alright, better not start testing out on abracadabras there. Although with my luck it might actually work.
On the mend!
More likely there could be some kind of response or nothing happening, so it seems like a silly thing to risk.
My friends?
I'm sure someone is more than happy to tell us the correct answer.
I can walk through fire and ice.
Or yes.
World revealed.
Where are the Immaculates? I could hear them talking, so I'm assuming they're close by. Seem to be sort of fed up with their current situation, worried that their leadership has forgotten about them. Or doesn't give a crap. Either way. Which is probably true.
Chill.
The elements are going wild. Where's the Fire King when you need him?
Do we need the Fire King's help then? Looks like he's used electricity to kill him.
Protect me from the Immaculates. I must be near. Look at you.
Bless the seven, I am restored! Bless the seven, I am restored!
Yeah, could you sort of...
Back on my feet again.
Someone tell me what the hell's going on here?
Damn these elemental fiends. How did we imps ever offend fire or earth? So, you have tracked me down, have you? The last hour of Act 6 strikes. He is to be undone by the devils that call themselves Immaculates. Immaculate, even though they are so very violently flawed of mind and soul.
Nothing interesting.
Go on, do it. I have no fight left in me.
Yeah, I'm not an Immaculate, Sir Imp, and I have no intention of killing you.
You're not. Could it be I finally meet some sanity in this twisted realm of fairy? By all means, let us talk then, and behave like civilized beings.
What happened to you?
Things of nightmare, human. They came here, your kind, because they were promised a special stone by the king of this land. We served him loyally, our sovereign, the great Boreas, but he betrayed us. We were surrendered to the Immaculates, so that they could slaughter us and fuel the stone with our blood. For what unholy purpose, I do not know. Some of us rebelled and ran. Of course we did. But they've been tracking us through the storm. We were able to fight off and even kill a couple of our pursuers. But now, I fear I am the last one left.
Tell me about Hiberheim.
You should have seen this land before Boreas seized power. Each and every season passed with utmost splendor. But now, there is only winter and snowstorms. The very elements have lost their minds, have come to life in terrible forms to battle one another. The land of Fairy, where fairies dwell, no more.
What can you tell me about your kind and your link to King Boreas?
You must know that we imps have wandered many a world after our escape from demon overlords in the frightful dimension of Nemesis centuries ago.
Yeah, of course.
After long and arduous travels through untold earths, some of us ended up here in the land of Fairy. Boreas, not yet king at the time, welcomed us because he had heard of our reputation as master builders. So we built him his fortress and his prison, riddled them with the traps and trickery he desired, and in return, we were given a new home. But we mistook his ambition for kindness. In blood did we pay for our gullibility.
Yeah, from the looks of it, you had some trouble with elementals too.
So I have. The fates must be conspiring against me. We barely managed to escape the knives of the Immaculates, only to be waylaid by elementals gone haywire. Luckily, they seemed to be as bent on one another's destruction as they were on ours. But the fact remains, I am the only one alive to tell the tale. It's all King Boreas is doing. It must be. He is the one who unleashed this storm, and he is the one behind all this elemental madness.
Tell me about this special stone you mentioned.
I thought it was naught but a pretty jewel, said to have fallen from the sky. But when they poured blood over it, the stone seemed to soak it up with a greedy thirst indeed. It's like it became alive. It teemed with energy, like looking into the eye of a dragon. She smiled her wicked smile, the leader of the Immaculates. That woman is truly evil. She delights in slaughter and rivers of blood.
Have you seen a white witch by any chance?
I haven't, no. But if you're looking for her around these parts, chances are she's been dragged into the dungeons of the king. He keeps a prison from which there is no escape. I should know. I built it.
Okay. I need to get into the castle, but I don't know how.
The only way to get in that I know of is through the front gate. But it's unlikely you'll find it open. The Immaculates and Boreas have formed an alliance, though. Maybe they've been given a key.
Okay, I need to find a way into the prison. Can you help me?
Yes, I can. But I must ask a price of admission. And that price is the death of Immaculates. They are still in the fire temple to the north. Wipe them out, and I'll lead you to the prison.
Fair enough, I suppose. Another maintenance diary. For fuck's sake. Slipped on frozen blood.
Fiends. How did we imps ever offend fire or earth?
The maintenance tunnel leading to the prison has been rigged with deadly explosives. Fellow workers died on their way out after installing the traps, which underlines the efficiency of their positioning. The sentinels within the prison itself make it impossible for a prisoner to escape the cell pod. Their state-of-the-art alternate activation system saves energy while still providing almost full coverage of the restricted area. Take that. So go on a killing spree to get rid of the Immaculates. don't think I want to start anything that big at the moment. There might be something here. Something small. There was the snowman following the rabbit.
Look at you, dead in the snow. Alas.
But at the same time, I'm not sure if I should kill the snowman because a rabbit bit his nose. A bit excessive. Ooh, freak ice elemental, that should be enough. Freak ice elementals. They're my level.
Burning blades!
Right. With this we'll get the level up. I'd like to do at least that. Them come to us. You're already burning, so I'll just create a little bit of extra fire here. Or water, probably. They're in no condition to cause me trouble. Right, they're at 1/3 of health. There's more of them though. No, just you. Health bars aren't represented accurately in the smaller images.
Spirits of air, vanquish my foes.
Right, we barely will get the level up, but we should get it. Oh shit. Now there's water everywhere.
Cold here.
Massive amount of elemental essences. I'll withdraw a little bit, go where the imp was, level up. Guess we're going to the fire area next. Immaculates are probably more or less at our level. With the new master level abilities, I don't see how we should have too much trouble with them. What exactly did we get? We got an attribute point and a skill point.
Such tragedy. Such pointless loss of life.
Yeah. Do I want men at arms? Or... I'm not sure I do. We have to take it at some point, but let's try getting the skills first. Master.
God,
Flurry
protect
of
me
your
from the
main weapon.
Immaculates. They must be near.
7 action point cost.
Such tragedy. Such pointless loss of life. What shall I do now that you
100
are
to
dead?
160 slashing
Oh,
damage
no.
each strike. I think we need more action points. Do I want start action points or turn action points?
Damn these elemental
More
fiends.
constitution wouldn't be a
How
horrible
did
idea
we
either.
imps
I'm more or less thinking maybe more two-handed weapon damage. We need critical hits more often.
I'll avenge you, my fallen
But
brother.
we can't really do effective attacking unless we get more action points. More vitality wouldn't be a horrible thing either. But in order for us to do what?
Damn these
We need 7
elemental
points
fiends.
for the
How did we imps
man-at-arms
ever
ability.
affect fire or
So
earth?
let's say 8 points at least. That's what we have currently at start. So that we can do a quick attack somewhere and a special attack afterwards. Every turn we can get enough action points to
Look
use
at
the master
you,
level special attack.
dead in the snow.
So we're not
Alas,
actually in all that
poor imp.
bad of a position that way. I don't think.
Look at you, dead in the snow. Alas, poor
I'm
imp.
not sure that's going to stay that way. Another point is the strength. We have strength 12 and the current equipment requires
Such tragedy.
11.
Such pointless loss of life.
So strictly speaking, we don't have to take anything immediately, but we're going to need something soon, otherwise we simply can't use items. Increase weight of items you can move and how far you can throw them.
Such pointless
Offense
loss of
rating with
life.
strength-based weapons improves man-at-arms skills and how much you can carry. Perception would increase chance to do criticals. The chance is minimal though, so it mostly comes from the skills.
Damn these elemental fiends. How did we imps
Action point 8.
ever affect
Yeah, I actually
fire
like that.
or earth?
Question is, where
What
do we
shall I
go
do
from
now that
here?
you
I
attack?
sort of think we should go for the second master ability, unlock it now. That way we can focus future skill points on something else, anything else.
Damn these elemental fiends. How did we imps ever offend fire
It doesn't show the
or
next
earth?
level of abilities. Is 5 the maximum? That's not all that much. How many points is that? 15.
Such tragedy. Such pointless loss of life.
So we can use everything else on something else. Two-handed weapon. It has to be two-handed weapon. We want damage with this one as much as possible, as high of a critical chance we can get.
Fiends. How did we imps ever offend fire or earth?
Not sure you even have master level of abilities. Maybe one. Maybe. I don't think they were on sale at the time.
Damn these elemental fiends. How did
There's
we
nothing to
imps
buy.
ever offend fire or earth?
So what exactly am I gonna do with the skill points? I'm not gonna do anything. The scoundrel level 4 is good enough. I want the bewildering 5, so that's next level.
Such
I'm more or
tragedy.
less happy with our action point
Such
situation on
pointless loss
Earth.
of life.
I'm not sure if I'm good. Yeah, dexterity should be probably higher.
Look at you, dead in the snow. Alas,
Strength
poor
6 wouldn't be a horrible thing either. That would influence mainly armor, though. And there is dexterity based armor too, so I think dexterity is a better choice. We'll say the skill point.
protect me from the Immaculates. They must be near.
Yeah, I can't raise pyrokinetic to 6. 5 is the absolute maximum I can naturally raise a skill. At least pyrokinetic.
Such
Maybe with others where you can add
pointless
additional
loss
plus
of
through
life.
gear, it can go over far. Do we want to raise witchcraft to useful levels, or maybe try something else? We're not really relying on wands for damage, so I'm not going to invest there. I feel another magical ability would, or personality would give us the best advantage we can get.
I'll avenge you, my fallen
Jaha
brother.
would go with crafting, maybe. I sort of like the witchcraft. It allows us to buff, debuff, drop resistances,
Such
new
tragedy.
targets. It's not gonna do a point of damage, but yeah, it's nice. Might be good to take the Hydro Surface to get the basic regenerating healing
Look
spell.
at you, dead in the snow. Alive,
But we could also
already.
take witchcraft to master level. I think that's what we should focus on first. Then we can figure out where we want to spend the extra points. No, we can't. 1 point short.
These elemental fiends. How did we imps ever offend
So, is there any
fire
point in
or
investing
earth?
the witchcraft? Because unless we have books ready, you know, I suppose I'll sit on the points then. I do want to use the attribute. I am not happy with our action point amounts, especially the turn action points are not good enough. Most spells cost a bit too much.
Such tragedy.
Yeah, the standard
Such
cost is
pointless
5
loss
or
of life.
7. It's probably even higher with the master level spells, which we can have 2 of.
What shall I do now that you are dead? All alone.
You can learn the pyrokinetic immolation. 70 meter instantly set target on fire. 6 action points to use.
Damn these elemental fiends! How did we imps ever offend fire or earth? I'll avenge you, my
Right,
fallen
so
brother.
I can't really use my attack spells effectively. I can use something on the first turn a little bit, but after that I'm sort of in trouble.
Look at you, dead in the
I'm more or
snow.
less happy with our intelligence
Alas,
ratings,
poor imp.
so I'm thinking more speed. 8 action points per turn. So that allows me to cast either 2 lesser spells or a single powerful one.
Such tragedy. Such pointless
And
loss
they
of life.
still do something on top of that. Immolation is cheaper than the fireball spell. It also has a lower cooldown. It's supposed to replace a different type of a spell. It's a better version of the flare
How
spell.
did we imps ever offend fire or earth? Look at you, dead in the snow. Alas,
So
poor
yeah,
imp.
we can do 2 okay spells at the start. Put first strike spell and then follow it with some kind of witchcraft ability.
Such tragedy.
What about you?
Such pointless loss of life.
Start action points 10, that is fantastic, but turn action points not so fantastic. That's a big problem with him. He can't all that often cast anything once the
God,
battle has
protect
started.
me from the Immaculate. They must be near.
And we can't get anything to a higher level. We should still be able to get master abilities if we have both of them. Did I buy them? I did not buy them.
What shall I do now that you are dead? All alone.
Yeah, I'm not actually all that happy with that because I'll forget to buy them immediately if I don't just go and deal with the situation now.
Damn these elemental fiends! How did we?
Especially on the air
ever
front, there should be
affect
something
fire
useful.
or
It could have been that the level requirement was something other than 12, so I didn't bother buying them because there was no hurry in that case. Skill points will hold on to them.
Gods, protect me from the Immaculates. They must be near.
Action points, speed. We might not get anything now, but we still want to push that forward. I'd like to have at least 8 action points recovery per turn. 7 seems to be the minimum if you want to cast any of the decent spells. But it leaves you in a bad position. Even the weaker ones usually require at least 4. So I'd like to either cast 1 powerful one or 2 weaker ones in turn, if at all possible.
Such tragedy. Such pointless loss of life.
Yeah. Show me water and water and air mastery spells. Doesn't matter what it is, it's gonna be better than what we have currently.
Beware of the lost ones out there, Wanderer.
Probably have enough bonds that I can buy them. Bartering boots, bartering medallion. The people in the tavern should have the spells.
What's business for you anyway?
Truth is, I'm a wee bit short at the moment. Waiting for a particular plan of mine to pan out for now.
Why don't you stay a while, darling? I just know I could
These
take
were
you on a
archers.
wild ride if you let me.
There was witchcraft and thievery.
Ah, oh. You haven't any ale, have ya? Well, never mind for now. What sort?
Oh, dear. You'll hardly impress.
Yeah, maybe there weren't
such
any air and water mastery spells.
You dare disturb my rumination?
He didn't really think of that option. I don't want to waste time on this now, though. We can't find the master level abilities. We can't find them. We'll leave them for another time. That's fine.
These beauties will pierce you to the bone.
Yeah, a lot of fighter abilities. No, they're yeah, now I remember where they are.
Skeleton beneath that hide of yours, isn't there?
There's a master level scoundrel ability, crawling into station, right, and I didn't want that, because it was a piece of crap. It might not be a piece of crap in 3 turns, but yeah, it's a close level ability, a close range ability that requires 3 turns to actually trigger. So yeah, it's hard to see how you could effectively use it.
Her greatness gave us fire, her greatness gave us earth, and my savvy brings you spells at the best rate in town.
I want to see what master level earth abilities are. Deadly spores. Poison, that's not particularly useful. Summon wolves. Earth absorptions.
Where the wind blows, the goddess breathes.
Yeah, this
Where
is
the
what we
rivers
wanted.
run, the goddess weeps. How can I connect you to our eternal goddess, my friend?
Nether swap. Make 2 characters switch places. Yeah, this seems like it's incredibly useful to abuse situations. Also fairly inexpensive, only 1,000. Probably because it's not your typical just dump damage on a target. You do have to We do have to figure out a way to take the full advantage of it. My preferred thing about this is it's incredibly cheap and it doesn't have a huge cooldown, so it could be used multiple times in the same fight reasonably well. We could also take this Water of Life. Plus 3 Constitution for 4 turns. That's a lot of hit points. My only concern about this is, what if when you lose your Constitution points, does your health can go below 0? Because if it can, that's not that useful of a spell. No master level spells. Okay, I'm a little bit disappointed. I think we can make a profit out of this. Right, doesn't have to be much profit. What I needed to check is, can I afford to take extra adaptable abilities for my skills? I can take more novice. That's for certain. Six novice, 4 adept. I have 3, so I'll take both. I need more items for sale. Way too many rings, way too many shields. Way too many armors. Shitty armors to boot. Three earth wands. I think we can do with less. Quite a lot of electricity wands too. Yeah, we can sell most of this. Others, the staffs are pretty crap too. Doesn't mean it's a good idea to sell them away, but who the hell cares?
Where the wind blows, the goddess breathes. Where the rivers run, the goddess weeps. How can I connect you to our eternal goddess, my friend?
Water of Life. Magically gained Constitution at depth level. Could get it. You don't have Freezing Touch. Pretty sure you do. Water Absorption. The absorption shields could be nice. Avatar Frost. Immune to being frozen. That would be useful, yes. I'll buy at least that. Why? Surely I have Freezing Touch. That bothers me a little bit. You don't have Freezing Touch? A bitter cold. Yeah, it's an air spell. That's why and it freezes a target. Okay, I thought it was water spell for a long time.
Where the wind blows, the goddess breathes. Where the rivers run, the goddess weeps. How can I connect you to our eternal goddess, my friend?
Immunity to being frozen, yes, please. Ability to freeze a target. Now we have 2 such abilities. We could take something of the novice level still, but I don't think we can. We can take one of the adept abilities. So Water of Life, that's the constitution increase, or alternatively water absorption. I'm sort of leaning toward the Water of Life, or if nothing else, I want to actually test it how it works, because a single constitution points gives you a little bit under 100 points of hit points at this point. So 3 would be a significant boost to our survivability. So yeah, I'm very interested in that. Quadric. Right. What can we sell? Quite a lot of electricity wands. You can keep 1. We have 2 identical. Don't do that. Can you repair it? Screw it. It's a good fire wand. Staff rather. Just throw it away. Excellent. Right. Probably have to unlearn some of the master level abilities, and it's gonna be the immolation. Looking at what the other master level abilities do that we can get on level 15, the immolation is weak in comparison. But for now, we'll stick with it. This does the same damage but forks to a lot of different targets, and the other was some kind of meteor shower. So yeah, they're a little bit better. Still, congratulations on new spells. Well, we have that. I'll have to look a little bit, see what should be on the front page. That's all of it. Right. Where was it? Hiberheim Castle. We'll have to see how useful the new abilities end up really being. Especially the freezing probably isn't going to be all that useful here. But close range freezing twice that we can cast in a turn could increase on that alone the survivability of the casters. Where the hell was the inn? It's a little bit bored. Right. Into the lava pits.